Okay, the Shadowhunters Season 3 premiere was tonight, and I am so happy to have it back. I have missed it so much, because I've just been devoid of all the shows that I watch. Like, Brooklyn Nine-Nine was gone for, like, ever, and that came back yesterday, and Shadowhunters came back today, and I don't know when Empire comes back, but hopefully they come back soon, so I could have, like, a full week of shows to watch again, because I missed Shadowhunters so much. It's such a good show. We're gonna start, and we're gonna talk about the only people that I really care about in the show, Magnus and Alec. Their relationship is wonderful and so healthy, and I love it. Because at the beginning, it was a bit sketchy, because you could just, like, something was different with Magnus. It was a bit sketchy. You're like, what is going on? And then you find out that he's, like, actually really sad about not being the High Warlock of Brooklyn, which was kind of, like, a shock, because that wasn't addressed in the last season, but sure. Just, like, tell us the information. It's fine. And then Alec comes to talk to him, and they have, like, this open and honest communication, which is the key to any good relationship, and it was the most wonderful moment. They're playing pool, being cute, and Magnus just, like, tells him how he just didn't want to see, like, his weak side of him, which I thought we got past with the cat eyes, but apparently we haven't, because self-love is a journey, not, like, a one-step thing. So they're working through it as a couple, as a unit, and it's everything. Alec, of course, gets offered, like, this job on the council because he's amazing, but for that, he would have to move to Idris. And, like, Magnus could, like, never see him, and it was, like, really sad because they were discussing it before, and Magnus was like, I'm not going anywhere, I'll always be here for you, like, that was sweet. But then he goes and tells him, I don't want you to leave me, and I'm just like, that's what we want. We want open and honest communication. And Alec's like, I didn't want to leave, it's just it just seemed to me like you wanted me to leave. And then they, like, talk and have communication and clear up all of these misunderstandings, and now they're strong again. It's just, you see how easily things can be resolved when you don't lie, Clary? I really liked how this episode had, like, an overarching theme of, like, lying, like Jace and Clary lying to everybody about the fact that Jace did in fact die, and Luke lying to whatever her name is about, like, the werewolves and, like, the other world. What's the whole world called? The Shadow World, that's what it's called. And then, like, Magnus lying to Alec about how he really felt. But they could deal with that very quickly because they have a strong and healthy relationship, which is really all I'm here for. Because it's the best and it's everything. But, like, I already touched on it a little bit. Let's talk about Clary. I have made it quite clear in many of these videos that I've done, I just don't like Clary. This has nothing to do with Catherine McNamara. I love her. I love her so much. She's such a wonderful person and a wonderful actress. I just don't like Clary as a character. I feel like the character that they're writing is, like, a fine character, and that Kat does her really well, but I am just so annoyed by her all the time. Her and Simon, I'm just, like, done with it every moment. Because they act like stereotypical teenagers, which I get because they're supposed to be, like, they're not even, like, book age. They're, like, 18, but, like, they're just so annoying. They just always talk about them. It's all about them. They're really selfish and really self-centered, and they just don't realize that their actions, like, affect other people, and I'm just like, stop. Stop. Like, Clary and Jace are, like, just not telling everyone that Jace was in fact dead and brought back to life, even though they are really bad when they lie about it. It's so clear that that happened. Alec confronts her, like, so many times, and she's like, I saw my Paramatyrune disappear. I know for a fact that Jace died and came back to life. Why are you lying to me? And then Claire is like, I'm not lying. And I'm like, boy, what is you doing? You can't lie with facts and observations like that. Like, Alec knows. Alec's not an idiot. The Light Ones aren't stupid. Like, when Clary is talking to Izzy about making a wish, like, ending world hunger, when, like, Izzy was asking her, like, were you tempted to make a wish? And then she, like, pauses and so clearly tries to come up with a lie to be like, oh yeah, I had, like, temptations, even though she already made a wish. Izzy, it was all over her face. She knew, because she's not an idiot. Her and Alec are smart. They realize and they see through the lies. There's no point in lying. I get what Jace said with the whole, oh, she'll be arrested because it can only happen once and she used it on Jace. But, like, it's gonna come out sooner or later. You can see Jace is dealing with some, like, heavy PTSD. He's not doing well. Coming back from the dead did not do good for his little brain. So he's having nightmares, like, all the time, and eventually that's gonna come out, and they're gonna have to tell someone, and the people are gonna be mad that not only that they did this, but that they lied about it, and it's gonna be a big mess. I can already sense it. I don't know what they think lying will accomplish, but it's not gonna be anything good because it so clearly will come out in the end. Like, I thought we dealt with all of these like tiny problems in the beginning and that we're past you guys being stupid, but no, we're not past this. And then we have Luke and his partner like lying about the shadow world, and like, I know in the other two scenarios lying was not the way to go, but I strongly feel like lying's the way to go here because I don't trust her whatsoever. Luke decided to tell her at the end, sure, fine, whatever, but I really feel like it's gonna come and bite him in the ass. I don't trust her. I feel like she's gonna go blab her mouth, and like the Mondays will find out about it, that the claim will get all bad, and just shit is gonna go wrong. Like, I don't have good feelings about telling her this. I feel like we very easily could have just been like, no, you're crazy. Because it's a very easy thing to just dismiss, because it's like, werewolves, vampires, they're not real. And we could have just moved on and just had her keep thinking that she was crazy. And like, that would have been fine. Like, we did not need to tell her. I really liked how we got to see like every character in this episode to just like really start off the season. It's like, oh, you missed everyone? Here's everyone in this episode. Because we got, honestly, everyone. We got all the main cast, and we got like Raphael, we got Simon, we got Maya, we got Meliorn, we got everybody, and it was amazing. I don't know what the Sealy Queen's doing. I'm very concerned. Like, what did she put on his forehead? We know in the book it was like the mark of Cain or something so that he couldn't be killed by everybody else, but like, that's not being explained here. And I don't think that's just a thing that you can just do to people, so I don't know what she's doing. It's very suspicious. But Simon's being Simon and annoying and not shutting his mouth. Like, the fact that he hasn't been stabbed for like talking too much really shocks me, because there's just some moments where you're just like, you need to know when to shush. And it's like, why does he do this? But that's Simon, and that's fine. We get to see Maya call out Simon for his lying. Again, lying. Overarching theme. And Maya was having none of that. And I thought that was great, because like, Maya's character is still sort of like an iffy one to me. Like, I still can't tell if I like her or I don't like her, because I like parts of her, but then she does things like attack Clary, and I'm like, what are you? Get your life together. What are you doing? But then we saw Raphael, and we saw him with a body? I don't know what they were doing. These shows and like these like types of genre movies and like media types, they always have this thing where they make everything dark. And like, I get it, like thematically and like visually, it makes sense for it to be dark, but also I can't see anything. And it really annoys me. Like that scene where Raphael was with a body, possibly, I could not tell. He got like this vampire like tranquilizer serum thing from Magnus, and he told him it was for himself because Rosa, his last like relative, was dying. And it was really sad, and they had this hug, and it was so sweet because Magnus is like, I basically raised you, I can tell you're lying. And I'm just like, ah, so sweet. See, again, the theme of lying, it's back. It's wonderful. But it was just, they hugged. It was so sweet. But then Raphael brings back the serum to feed to this other person that is not in fact him. And I was very concerned, like, what are you doing? Who is that person? Why have we not been introduced to them before right now? And it's very concerning. I'm sure that we'll learn about it later, but also, what is he doing? Is this a character I don't remember? Is it that guy from that one episode from the club where he was like killing mundanes? Is it that guy? I couldn't tell. It kind of looked like a girl, but like, gender's a social construct. Who knows? That was concerning. I very much want more from that because I love Raphael and I want him to be okay. But slightly more importantly, then we have Izzy. I love her. I love her with all of my heart. And she is the weapons master, and I'm so happy for her because that's like very much what she needs and deserves. Like, Izzy is amazing. She has like one of the like coolest, most unconventional weapons of a whip, and she does it so well, and she's so talented, and I just like love her. And she needed like a position within the Institute because she like did random things. Like, she was like the coroner in like season 1 for some reason, and she like did things, but she didn't have like a position where she was like, Izzy is blank, and she needed that because she's amazing and she deserves it. And now she has it. She's the weapons master, and it's so fitting. I love her. She's amazing. And she helped Clary pick out her weapons, and they just apparently have like this just like sliding thing of weapons that people just get to choose from. Clary picks up these 2 daggers, and she was just like, they call to me. But come to find out when she's talking with Luke that one of those was her dad's dagger and the other one was her mother's. And I'm just like, wow, you really didn't go for like any obscurity with that one. It was just like so obvious because like Luke comes in with the whole, you don't pick the blade chooses you. And I'm like, okay, Harry Potter, calm down. And then he's like, you can't have one without the other. You can't have the light without the dark. And the fact that I just like knew he was going to say that, and I honestly said it before he said it, was just like, no. It was so obvious where they were going with that, and it wasn't really like deep. It was kind of predictable, and I feel like to some extent shows should be predictable, because if they're not, then you just get a mess like Pretty Little Liars where nothing actually makes any sense. But like honestly, that was just sort of like, you didn't need to do that. It could have just been a sword. She could have just had like 2 daggers. It could have just been something that the Iron Sisters made. It could have been nothing, but no, they wanted to add some meaning to it, and I'm like, okay, sure. And she didn't actually end up using it, because when they went to see that like demon fly monster thing, she just uses her angel powers, and I'm just like, well then what does she need a sword for? I honestly do not see the point of her using a sword, when really she just should default to just writing runes on her hands and just shooting things with the sun. Like, it really just seems to work the best. That whole scene was just, it was weird. Like, the fact that she just continued to hunt down that guy when he so clearly had, like, super speed and ran through a door. I'm like, girl, at that point, you call backup. I hate that. I hate that in all cop shows where people just, like, go and investigate on their own. So I'm like, no. Why does no one call backup? Like, no one is like, hey, I'm going to this place. If I do not call you soon, something wrong has gone. You should come here and help assist. But everyone's like, no, I got this on my own, dude, I'm cool. I'm like, no, you're not, just call back up. And it's really stupid, and it annoys me, but it's fine, because the demon monster is just like, I'm a big strong boy. Hey wolf, that kind of looks like a bear, I'm just gonna lift you up and throw you across the room. Hey you cop lady, against the wall. And then Clary comes and she's like, no, I am an angel. Hua! And she just kills him. And it wasn't the coolest fight scene, I'm gonna say that right now. But I did like how the guy did the whole exorcist thing and was just like spider crawling with his like neck turned towards Clary. That was creepy. I like how the show's getting like slightly darker. It's getting more like supernaturally like early seasons, and I'm like, I'm here for it. Like when the demon guy slit their girl's throat for like seemingly no reason, it was graphic and it was aggressive, and I was like, damn, okay. We really using that TV-14 rating. Okay. I did like, though, at the end of that fight scene, how when, like, Clary is, like, going in for, like, the final kill, she does this really cool slide underneath him and then, like, shoots him from underneath with her, like, sun powers. And it's, like, kind of stupid if you're thinking about it, but it looked really cool. And I was like, that was nice. That was nice. I also liked her sparring scene with Jace. That was cool. His, like, freaking out about the little slice thing was not cool. I don't get why they spar with actual weapons, though. Because if someone makes, like, a wrong move, then they die. And I get that's supposed to, like, reflect the real world. And if you're in a real fight, then, like, if you mess up, you die. But honestly, would you really want to do that in a sparring session? Would you just be like, oh, they made one mistake. Guess they died for nothing. Like, makes no sense to me, but they do what they want, and it fits the plot of the story, so whatever. Finally, let's talk about what seems to be the villain of the season. Miss Demon Girl is what I'm going to call her, apparently. I have no idea who that is, because I think this is the point where they're starting to, like, diverge from the books, because the first 2 seasons were very book-heavy. I was following that storyline, and now that it's just over, they're just like, okay, we're doing new things now, and that's, like, it's fun, but I'm also just sort of like, I don't know what to expect. So, that's a bit concerning. I'm a bit unnerved, but that's fine. We're diverging away from the books, and we're having this, like, new character that I do not know of. And I can't tell if she's like, she seems to be a greater demon, because what I saw in like the preview for the next episode, which really upsets me, I'm going to speak about it right now. We're going on a tangent. Can Magnus and Alec just be happy? Like, it was so, okay, we have a new High Warlock of Brooklyn, and he looks like he's a real asshole, and he's coming for Magnus, and they're always talking about, they were like talking about how they have to like lock up all the warlocks for some reason, and there's like a big like contention between like Alec's personal life and his work life, because Magnus did something even though he did nothing, because Magnus is the best, and now they're having some conflict between them, and I'm like, can they just be happy? Like, if you want drama in a relationship, like, do it with literally any other character. You know who have great drama? Jason Clary. Like, focus on them. Give us one happy relationship. You know who that can be? Magnus and Alec. That's all I want for them. I just want them to be happy. They could, like, have conflicts outside of their relationship, But when you have these interpersonal conflicts, I'm not here for them. I want them to be happy. But apparently, we're not gonna have that because Mr. Name I don't remember, but it sounded fancy. Mr. Fancy is coming in as the High Warlock of Brooklyn, being like, shame you did bad things, Magnus, even though why would he do that? And I just want them to be okay. But we'll see next Tuesday. But going back around, this demon lady, I can't tell if she's like a demon herself or just like the queen of the demons, but like the thing with the face, with the teeth, the thing with the face and the teeth that like possessed the doctor man, he or it thing seemed to like work for her because they seem to be reporting to her at the end of the episode. So I can't tell if she's a demon herself or if she's like the mother of them, the ruler of them, because she seemed to like feel physical pain when that like demon thing died. So that's the theory I'm going with now. She's the mom of the demons. And they said in the preview for the next episode that we're dealing with a greater demon. And I think that greater demon is not her, but the teeth face thing. That thing was also really creepy. You didn't see much of it because again, it was dark, but it looked really creepy. And like the teeth were very like aggressive. Like we're getting graphic with this show now and I'm very happy because I like the first season was like lighter and it was just like, oh, Clary being an idiot. Not like that's changed, but shenanigans. And now we're like, we have real issues now. I'm like, yes, I love teen dramas. So, from what she's doing, the demon lady, I'm guessing that she's gonna be like the central villain of the season. Like they're gonna try to figure out, oh, this greater demon works for her, we need to track her down and kill her so that like all these demons don't have all these issues. They're probably gonna find her somewhere along the way. She's gonna say something mysterious. They're gonna lose her, they're gonna find her again, they're gonna try to kill her, something's gonna happen. They may end up killing her by some like all the team working together to kill her kind of way. So we'll see what happens. But she seems to be like a new, interesting sort of villain. I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to see what the Sealies are gonna do, because they are very up in the air. I can't get like a pin on what their motive is or their point in the plot is at all, but they seem to be fun. Also, in the preview, there's a part where Magnus is like using his energy to do something or stop something, and Alex in the background, and Magnus is like, I can't hold on any longer, and Alex is like trying to furiously type something out, and I'm just like, if he dies or if one of them gets hurt again, I'm gonna be angry. Let them be happy and alive. Like, that's all I'm asking for. I just want them together, happy and alive. Just three little things. Also, Izzy at the hospital when they were talking to Katarina, she sees like this doctor guy and they seem to have a little flirt moment, and I don't think that they would have him in for nothing, so possibly he'll be her love interest for the season. We'll see. She had Malior and then Raphael and then Simon. Did they do that? Did they go there? I honestly cannot remember. So much has happened. And I get the TV storyline and the book storyline confused all the time. I know that Simon and Izzy are supposed to get together at the end. So I don't think they've gotten together yet, if they're introducing new love interests for now. But I honestly don't want them together. I don't think that they should be together. I feel like Maya and Simon are honestly pretty good of a match. Like, just let them be together. Like, change it. I know people really want them together, but honestly, they don't need to be together. These are like such different characters from the book. So, just, no. We can have Izzy be with tall, dark, and handsome Dr. Man. He was cute, and he was significantly taller than her, and really nice. But he was a bit pushy. It was a bit suspicious. Like, I get it, he was trying to flirt, but also, like, this is just some random girl. You don't know her. Maybe back up a little bit. But Izzy seemed to be into him, so maybe we'll have, like, a thing between them. We'll see. I also really loved her jacket in there. Her, like, bright blue leather jacket. It was gorgeous. Izzy usually looks like a model all the time, but that jacket was like, whoa. Statement piece. Beautiful. Great choice, costume department. And when she has her conversation after she talks to like the doctor guy, when she talks with Jace. That like little interaction, even though it was like 5 seconds long, it was so cute. And it reminds me so much why I like love them as siblings. Because I forget sometimes that they're like siblings, that like whenever they interact with each other, it just like emphasizes that, and you could see it so clearly because they like talk and like they treat each other like brother and sister, and it's so cute. Because Jace was like, what was holding you up so long? Even though he could so very clearly see down the hallway. And Izzy lies, because that's the theme of the episode. And she's like, oh, the vending machine was stuck. And like, it was true, but also, doctor guy, Jace saw, because he could clearly see down the hallway. And then Jace like smirks, and it was like, it was such a cute, like just a little exchange. And they were just like teasing brother, sister, both kind of a hoe, but that's their life, and we're not here to shame them. People can do what they want with their bodies. That was like so cute. They're so different from Alec. It's so weird because usually the middle sibling, which would be Jace. I'm saying Jace, I'm saying it confidently. It's Jace. Jace, the middle sibling, is usually like the different one, and like I guess he kind of is because he's not really like related to them. But him and Izzy seem to be like way closer than like Alec and Izzy, even though Alec and Izzy are very close and like their moments are like everything, and Alec and Jason's moments are everything. I just love the Lightwood siblings, and I know he's a Herondale, but he's truly a Lightwood at heart. The Lightwood siblings are everything. We don't need Clary. We just need Izzy and Alec and Jace. But yeah, overall, the episode was like pretty good. It wasn't like a pow episode to like start off the season, but we don't need that. You know? I was very much just like looking forward to just getting back into it, and it seems like the next episode's gonna be filled with like drama and like the fireworks and all of that. So next episode's gonna be the one where you're just like, oh my god, stop. That's gonna be next episode. This episode was just like it easing back into it. It was easy and fun, and I'm very much looking forward to next week's episode.